Guys, let's start. It's already the 19th presentation. Okay? So if you're here the first time, it means that you missed 18 presentations already. Sorry about that, but most of them are on our YouTube channel. So before we had presentations about how to apply for MBA, how to write an MBA application letter, how to write a scholarship letter, how to write a grant proposal, how to paraphrase, how to avoid plagiarism, lots of interesting presentations. Today's presentation is with Will Dixon and it's about punctuation. Okay? We are doing this with the support of US Embassy. So US Embassy gave us a grant for developing the Academic Writing Center. So why is it, how can it be useful for you? For you guys, if you're writing anything in English, motivation letters, TOEFL essays, IELTS essays, anything, articles in different magazines, you can send them to us, to our Academic Writing Center, and we will check it for free. We will comment on grammar, structure, punctuation, by the way, overall organization, coherence, word choice, and other things. This Academic Writing Center, you probably might not know what this is, but every good university in the West has a writing center. They want their students to be successful, so students at Harvard, Cambridge, Oxford, they have an academic writing center. Students and university professors and researchers can come with their papers and get a piece of advice on their style of writing. Okay? No universities in Moldova have academic writing center. That's why we decided to start one, and the idea was supported by US Embassy. So we're very happy that you're here today. There are a couple of competing events, a couple of interesting events here today, this morning, so thank you very much for coming. By the way, after we finish, we have another interesting event at 12 o'clock. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, book club with Will Dixon.
Book club with Will Dixon. And we're going to read a hilarious story. So Will is leaving soon, he's going to America
It's
soon.
not hilarious.
Right?
Huh? It's not hilarious.
And what? It's good.
It's good, not hilarious.
Okay,
Yeah.
just a good story with Will Dixon. So if you want to improve your English and discuss the story, even if you didn't read the story, you can stay. Okay, today at 12 o'clock. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Will, let's start?
Let's start.
Okay.
So, guys, how many of you are, we're studying punctuation, so this is going to be important for people who are writing important stuff. So who's writing in English here? Officially, for something important? Anybody?
Tess, maybe?
Test, okay. School, important. Anything else? Anyone, no one else is writing professional emails or anything like this? No? Okay.
Well, let's ask you guys, why are you here? How did you find out about this presentation today? And how you're going to write and use the knowledge about punctuation which you're going to acquire later?
Right,
you're going to start with you.
You're going to use it in your writing, so
Well,
what
I
are you
heard
going to
about this event on Facebook, and I think this presentation will help me to write my motivation letter for university. I don't know.
Yeah,
Motivation letter,
it will for sure. You should have good punctuation, yeah.
When are you going to apply?
I don't know.
You're finishing school this year?
No, next year.
Next year. Good luck. What about you?
Yes, I'm trying to translate scientific articles.
Ah.
And I know that punctuation is very important. And that's why I'm here.
Good.
Thank you. If you need any help, if you need anybody to proofread your text, please feel free to send it to ALC, Buiucani, dot writing.
Okay, thank you.
George.
Thank you very much.
They say it wrong, I don't know how to.
at gmail.com. Thank you very much. George, tests in school?
Tests in school, I'm gonna apply for TOEFL or IELTS, I don't know yet in the 9th form, so
Wow, good luck with that. Yeah, we can
Start
help with
planning your-
TOEFL. Yeah, what about you?
I have a problem with the punctuation in my language too, and I think it will be
I
very
understand you.
good
So everybody is.
to know
Mm-hmm.
how to use it correctly.
Yeah, thank you. What about you?
I heard about this event on radio.
Radio?
Yes.
Seriously? Which radio?
Radio Studentus.
Wow, interesting.
okay.
And
We're grateful to them for spreading the news. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, and I want to apply on my. I have to write a lot of essay and for work, and maybe for TOEFL.
Thank
So
you.
we student.
Tatiana?
Tatiana, student.
Of course,
Student.
always.
Student. Are you getting your master's right now, man? PhD, anything like that? No. Are you a student right now?
This time I don't have to write anything, but in the past I had to write reports, strategies,
Okay.
other official documents.
So
And in the future I also expect to write it.
for sure, man. There's more work to be done. For sure. Are you a student?
No, but I'm doing some exam in India.
Okay. So it's going to be important. Student.
No, I'm not student, I'm just freelancer and I...
You're a writer. A writer. Freelance writer.
Artist.
Freelance artist. Okay, I love artists.
And I want to apply IELTS. And my
Okay.
teacher said me about this.
Okay, good. So guys, the first thing I'm going to say is the most important thing we're going to be talking about today is, I guess, going to be this guy right here, the comma. Okay? These are the semicolon, the colon, they have their uses, okay? You're going to have to know how to use them effectively, but there's less flexibility with those. This comma is going to be, you can live with just commas and periods, yeah? I don't call this full stop, I call it, in fact, I'm going to erase this. I don't use British terminology. You can go by your whole life, really, with commas and periods. People do it, it's possible. But we're going to discuss about some of the finer points. If you're going to use something like a semicolon or a colon, you want to use it properly. You don't want to make any mistakes, because then it's like trying to be. It's like you get up to sing at a party, you go up to show off, and then you fail completely. It's very embarrassing, right? So you don't want to do that. So let's start with the colon. First, connecting a title with its subtitle. So I don't know if you're going to say like. If any of you are artists, let's say you're making a screenplay, and it's called like M&SQ, Summer Nights. Something like this, I don't know, you're writing about his relationship with Veronica Mikkelsen. That's a pretty specific usage. To introduce indented material, a block quotation. What is a block quotation, do you think? Block quotation. A block quotation. A quotation, it's a very long quotation. It's a big one, you know? If you're writing articles, if you're writing academic articles or something like this, sometimes you're going to use a quotation that's maybe a paragraph long, not one sentence, right? So it's going to look like the court ruled blah, 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 and then you're going to have a colon, and then you're going to have a text here that's probably several lines. It's going to be, what do you call this? What's this called when you have something moved inward? Huh?
Abstract.
It's indented. Indented is what I'm talking about, right? It's going to be an indented quotation. It's going to be not on the same, the left alignment's not going to be the same, right? You've seen something like this before. Yeah, is it the same in Romanian? You have a long quote, you're supposed to indent? Yeah? Okay, we know this stuff. Okay, no problem. So if you're introducing something like that, a quotation perhaps, yeah? After that, after a clause introduced explanatory information, I was concerned, there is not enough cake for everyone. Okay? You're giving more detail to what you were concerned about. Okay? And it doesn't even need to be, a clause. You can just say one word, yeah? It can be effective. There's only one thing to do. What is it? Run. Okay? It can be like this. Sorry. It looks a little strange down here, but we can see it. Yeah? Also, to introduce a series of items that serves to explain or illustrate the clause. Now, a lot of people just think this is like, a lot of people just think this is a list, okay, but it's not really just a list. You have to introduce it in a certain way. For example, there could be serious consequences, and then it would be a list of the consequences themselves. Okay? So, if I'm talking about the people in this room, right? And I'm going to say, and I'm going to make a list. Let's say, what's George? Let's say, I know George, right?
Yeah.
I know George, Tatiana, what's your name?
Kosta.
Kostya? Okay. Anyone have a really weird name? No? Anyone with a weird name? What's your name, man?
Max.
What?
Max.
Oh, that's not weird. What's your name?
Adrian.
What?
Adrian.
Adrian, yeah, okay, no, that's not weird. What's your name?
Catherine.
Catherine? Oh, it's not, you guys all have normal names. I wanted something more exotic. What's your name? What's your name?
Rodika.
What?
Rodika.
Rodika, that's weird. Okay, let's use Rodika. Okay? Okay. So, if we're saying, for example, the looks on the faces of all the people in the room. Then I could put a colon, and then I could list the names, yeah? Max, Adrian, and Rodika. Okay? I could do like this. Okay? So these are going to be defining the people in the room. Okay? Makes sense. Not so complicated, right? But if I say something like this, and I say the people in the room are, should I put a colon here? The people in the room are?
No.
No. In this case, you wouldn't. Okay? If you're introducing it with the language, okay? So, for example, you just say, you have a verb saying what the object is going to be, or if you say something like, such as, like, something like this, you don't need a colon. You just say what it is. The people in this room are Max, Adrian, and Rodika. Okay? Yeah? It makes sense. Yeah? It can be are, as if, anything like this. Okay? For example, if you say, for example, you're not going to have a colon or anything like that. Okay? If it flows naturally, it's only going to be if it's defining a word. Okay? The unhappiest people. Or the cutest kid, George and Max and blah, 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 blah. Okay, something like that. Okay? If you're just defining the word that comes before it. That's what this is saying at the bottom. Actually, let's get help here. Okay. Now the semicolon. To get started on the semicolon, I'm going to show you. I want to show you an interesting video to start off about the semicolon. Just simply, the semicolon is like a stronger comma. There's a comma, and there's a period, and somewhere in between is the semicolon. Okay? It's you use it if it's not. If your ideas are too related to use a period, you don't want to separate them. Yeah? But maybe you need something stronger than a comma. Okay? In general, that's the general idea. There's different uses, but that's the general idea. So let's start off with this video. I really like this lady. I learn from her all the time. Yeah?
Comma Queen, yeah?
The Comma Queen. Yeah, you can find her on the New Yorker website. She's a great resource, and I like this. Everyone can see this, okay? Yeah? It's not too bright here? Okay, I think we'll be alright.
Hello, I'm Mary Norris, and today we're going to talk about the semicolon. It's the hot new piece of punctuation.
The hot new piece of punctuation.
Using it. The semicolon was invented in the Renaissance by printer Aldus Manutius in Venice. It's a fun mark to make, a dot and a comma, and I can see why Aldus was pleased with himself when...
Can you guys hear this? It's okay. Can you hear it? Yeah, really? Okay. First thing he said, did you hear when they said it was invented? Semicolon? No? In the Renaissance. During the Renaissance, okay? So not the oldest piece of punctuation, relatively.
We came up with it. What it means when you get to a semicolon is that the sentence isn't over. The most common...
The sentence isn't over when you use the
sentence. Of course, it says the winky eye in an emoticon, right? It can be used as what might be called a serial semicolon. You know how to use a serial comma. Well, sometimes one of the items in a series already has commas in it. To separate those items with the interior commas, you use a semicolon instead of a comma to keep it clear, to keep them separated. We have an example in a critics piece where the members of the band Health are listed with the instruments they play. Jacob Duzic, comma, guitar and vocals, semicolon. John Fellietti, bass, semicolon. Jupiter Keys, guitar and keyboards, and then.
Okay, so the first example she decided to show us, yeah, is showing how to use it with serial commas. And how does it function? It's to separate, if you're using commas already in a list, like we have Max, Adrian, blah, blah, blah. Let's say I'm making a more complicated list, right? That says Max who has black hair, George who has blonde hair, something like this, right? And I'm going to be using commas in the description of each of you. Then we use the semicolon to act as that intermediary between the comma and the period, that middle thing, to separate the commas. It's still the thing in the middle. Yeah, think of it as the thing in the middle, the comma and the period. That's your whole universe, your whole spectrum of punctuation, comma and period. Semicolon is the guide.
That's kind of an industrial strength comma.
An industrial strength comma. What does it mean, industrial?
Prose is.
What does it mean, industrial strength? I like that phrase. You guys ever heard that expression before? Industrial strength? No. Industrial strength. Industrial, what does it mean?
Industrial means like with machines, with
Production.
market on
Yeah.
the globe.
Okay. So industrial strength, for example, are things that are too strong to use in the house. Okay. Let's say you have glue. Yeah. Glue adhesive. Yeah. We know what I'm talking about. Yeah. You know what glue is? What is glue? What? What is glue? What's in glue in Romania? Right?
Sticky material in Romania?
Yeah.
Okay, clay.
Clay?
Clay.
Clay. Okay. If you have clay you can use in your house. You can have clay you can use at school, you know, to just paste things to each other. Simple clay. Or you can have industrial clay, right? And this is really, really strong stuff. Okay. So she says the semicolon is an industrial comma. It's a really, really, really strong comma. It's a good way. It's a good way to think about it.
To indicate that there is more to come. There's an example in a piece about Mexican smugglers. There are 3 official border crossings near Otay Mesa, semicolon. 1 for commercial vehicles is inside the industrial zone. I kept wanting to make that semicolon a colon because I thought it was going to list the 3 official border crossings near Otay Mesa, and that's probably a subject for another time, that the colon introduces a list. The semicolon is going to refine what came before. Instead of the thrust of the sentence going forward, it's going to reflect back on the first half of the sentence. The other important thing about it, the thrust of the sentence, what colon is going.
So I want to, I know you guys probably,
that semicolon, colon.
the volume is probably not so good.
There are 3 official border crossings near Otay Mesa, semicolon. 1 for commercial vehicles is inside the industrial zone.
Okay, so guys, you can still kind of see this through this pause. This is a different way to pause. So guys, what you said was this semicolon here, it's reflexive. Yeah? Okay? Semicolon is when you want to not use a full period. So what that means is the next part you read after the semicolon is going to reflect back to the first part of the sentence. Okay? Yeah? Okay? So, there are 3 official border crossings near Los Angeles. 1 for commercial vehicles is inside the industrial zone. This probably the writer didn't feel was strong enough to stand by itself. Right? So you're going back and it's just becoming part of this, and there are 3 official border crossings, okay? It's a little reflexive, she said. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes
Yeah? So?
I kept wanting to make that semicolon a colon because I thought it was going to list. The semicolon is going to refine what came before. Instead of the thrust of the sentence going forward, it's going to reflect back on the first half of the sentence. The other important thing about it is that it has to be a clause that could stand on its own, not a fragment. For instance, 1 for commercial vehicles is inside the industrial zone. That could stand.
Okay. The other thing about semicolons, you cannot have it be only part of a sentence, right? What do you need for a sentence? What do you need to have in a sentence? Huh? A verb, that's all?
No.
Subject.
A subject and a verb, right? A subject and a verb. You need a subject verb and preferably an object usually, yeah? Okay? But if you don't have a full sentence, you cannot have that separated by a semicolon. Semicolon is when you have 2 full independent clauses, okay? Not something technical, okay?
And as a sentence, you could have a period after Otay Mesa and begin a new sentence. So in order not to confuse the issue, we'll save the colon for
Okay.
another time.
You guys saw that, right? There's no difference here between the two. It's a period. Did she say you can't do this? No, you can. You can. It's a matter of taste, okay? There's flexibility with this, okay? Like I said, I wasn't lying to you. You can go your entire life without using a semicolon, yeah? I didn't start using semicolons until I was like 25, okay? I got through a lot of stuff without using.
The issue will save the colon for another time. Use those semicolons carefully, or don't use them at all.
Use them carefully, or don't use them at all. It's a very good message. Okay. Okay. So, two clauses that are separate clauses. They want to signal a logical connection between the two. Okay. So the air pressure has changed. I think it will rain. Okay. They want this, I think it will rain. It's a full statement by itself, right? The air pressure has changed. He wants them to be more connected than to be two separate sentences. So he uses a semicolon. That's all. Semicolon. Okay? Rain's forecast, however, the sky was clear. Good warning, do not overuse this construction. Okay? Rain is forecast, but the sky looks clear. You can say that if you want. Okay? You're not going to be, no one's going to be reading something you write and being, oh my God, look at all his semicolons. This guy's a genius. Okay? It's not going to happen. Okay? If you want to use a comma, go ahead and just use a comma. And this is the first thing she mentioned in the video. Okay? So, a more complex, if you're using something with statistics, or I don't know, you're writing a report or something, you're using, you're making references to famous artists and their pieces of work, right? Where you might have some commas talking about each object in the list. Then you're going to want to use semicolons to separate that more complex list of objects. Okay? So for here, for example, females 63% in favor. That's one part of the list. You need to have a comma in here. So therefore you use the semicolon to separate that part of the list, and male 62% in favor, that part of the list on the side of that part of the list. Okay? Yeah? Not so difficult, yeah? Okay, good. And now, the comma. This is really what we're here to talk about, is the comma. It's the star of the show. First usage. Main clause, separate a main clause from introductory context, right? Let's say I want to say, let's say I want to talk about the, I came to the punctuation presentation. I came to the punctuation presentation, right? One sentence. Can you guys give me some introductory statement that's not a full independent clause that you could, that could come before that? So, I came to the punctuation presentation. What's a little thing I could put before this? Anything. What could you say today?
That's all.
Huh?
That's all.
That's all? I came to the punctuation presentation. Does this work? Yeah? Yeah. It wasn't the kind of thing I was thinking about, but it does. Yeah. It's good.
Hello.
Huh?
Hello.
Hello? Hello? That's a good one. Okay, what else can you put here? Let's see. Give me something weird. Give me something more weird. Anything?
Firstly.
Huh?
Firstly.
Firstly. Okay. Firstly. I came in, okay? First thing in the morning. Comma. Is first thing in the morning a sentence by itself?
No.
No, it's not. It's not. Okay? All this stuff is good. Okay? Put this before the sentence, put a comma, and you have to. Can I say hello, I came to the, without a comma? Hello, I came to the, no, it's a little strange, yeah? First thing in the morning. Can I say first thing in the morning I came to the punctuation presentation without a comma?
No.
It's better to use. Yeah? I like it with a comma. Yeah? First thing in the morning, late and flustered. Tired. If you're describing, especially if you're going to be describing something here like, you're going to be describing yourself. Yeah? Hungry and tired. Is that what it says? No, it says late and flustered. Hungry and tired, comma. I came to the presentation. Yeah? Can you say hungry and tired, I came to the presentation? Without a comma? Hungry and tired. Hungry and tired, I came to the presentation? Without?
No.
You should have.
Would have.
You should have. Yeah? Okay. When in doubt, put one. When you're talking, if you're going to speak, and you guys all have pretty good English, right? If you're going to speak and you feel a pause in your voice, that's probably put a comma there. In America, that's how I learned it, my teacher, right? We would listen to how we talk, and we would see where we paused. And if I say, hungry and tired, I came to the presentation. That little, you feel that. You get used to that, right? Yeah, there you go. By the way, can I move this? Can I put this anywhere else in the sentence?
Yeah.
This hungry and tired? Yeah? Where can I put this? Where can I put this hungry and tired?
I came after the verb.
After the verb! Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, after the verb. I came hungry and tired to the punctuation presentation. Is this correct? Or is there something missing right now?
Come on.
One more. You need two, right? If you move it, you're going to have to put it here. Sandwich it in. Okay? Then you can move this out, right? Think about, if you ever see two things in between a comma, whether it's in this case or if we're making a relative clause, non-relative clause, right? If there's two commas, we can take this out and it's still a sentence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good. Perfect. Great.
But it's possible to be at the end of a sentence?
I came to this presentation hungry and tired. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Good.
What kind of remarkable song have you heard?
Why am I humming and singing, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm always like that, man.
I mean, what's the song you really like it so much? Just
I'm writing it myself. I'm an artist. Ambiguity. What is ambiguity? Resolving issues of ambiguity. Ambiguous. It's not a Romanian word?
It's not clear here.
Huh?
It's not clear at the here. Not clear.
Yeah, the idea is not clear. Okay? For example, he was not killed mercifully. Yeah? He was not killed mercifully. What's the difference between this? He was not killed. If I just hear he was not killed mercifully, and I don't hear any pauses in the voice or anything, I'm not sure what he's saying. What is the difference between this first sentence and the second sentence?
The comma.
The comma. And what is the meaning? What is the difference in meaning? What's this one? He was not killed mercifully.
Oh, okay.
Was he killed in that first sentence?
It was not.
No, he wasn't, right?
In the second.
Diabol. Mercifully, yeah? Mercifully, yeah?
And the second, he was killed unmercifully.
Unmercifully. So what does it mean he was not killed mercifully?
He was killed in a very bad way.
In a very bad way, without mercy. Yeah? Yeah. He was not killed mercifully. He was killed like with the Genghis Khan, like, okay? He was not killed mercifully. Two very different sentences. This changes the meaning of the sentence, right? Okay? The other is the example here. Let's look at some more of these, okay? To really get it. I told them to eat Lucy. I told them to eat Lucy. Where should the comma be?
I told them to eat, comma, Lucy.
Huh?
I told them to eat, comma, Lucy.
I told them to eat Lucy. What does it mean? I told them to eat, comma, Lucy.
It means like you told Lucy.
Who's Lucy if I say this?
The person. Not person. We are talking to talk.
The person I'm telling, right?
Yeah.
I told them to eat Lucy.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, Lucy. I told them to eat. Yeah, something like this. Okay. I told them to eat Lucy.
It means you're cannibal.
It means you're a cannibal. What about this one? Scientists who conduct important research are well respected in the community. Scientists.
Scientists.
Scientists, okay. Put a comma here after scientists.
After research.
And after research, okay? You guys are talking about a certain kind of clause. You're talking about a non-essential relative clause. So what's the difference between scientists who conduct important research are well respected in the community versus scientists who conduct important research, comma, are well respected in the community? What's the difference there?
Square the ideas and make them like
To
be more important.
It does. But what else, man?
Сколько ingredients.
You make them be more important. Like.
Yes.
Okay, okay. I like that. That's good too. But here there's a very specific thing going on. If you put commas here, between after scientists and after research, can you take this out, who conduct important research?
Yes.
You can, right?
Yeah.
So then it becomes, scientists are well respected in the community. Okay? And that makes sense, right? Is this talking about all scientists? Scientists are well respected in the community.
No.
That is what that's saying, right? If I say scientists are well respected in the community, it means all scientists, right? I don't have a definite article or anything. I'm just talking about all scientists, right?
Yep.
So if I put the comma here, this becomes secondary information, extra information, and the main word I'm talking about is scientists. Okay, and so this meaning with this meaning, if there were commas here, were that the community respects all scientists. As it is now, who does the community respect?
The scientists who conduct research.
Only the scientists who conduct important research. Not all scientists. Just the scientists who conduct important research. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah?
fully.
Does that make sense? Yeah? Everybody's happy?
I was like, what?
Do you feel, huh?
The next person, and she was like, what?
What, man, what show do you act? What show? Are you an actor or are you just like are you a host?
No, I'm the reporter.
Huh? You're important?
Reporter.
You're a reporter?
Yeah.
No way. Like, about what? A reporter or what? Toys and stuff?
I take interviews. That's all.
With who? Like, for example? I'm sorry. With what?
Singers, painters.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
There's
so cool.
kind of a part where I tell jokes.
It's what?
I have a part where I tell jokes.
I have to watch this show. I have to get my TV to work. I really gotta.
You have to learn Romanian first.
That's not true. I think I can watch it without knowing Romanian and still enjoy it. This next one. When we finally packed up the instrument, had already completed the analysis. This one's difficult. Why don't you guys? There's 10 people here. Why don't you guys, with a partner, try to figure out where you should put a comma and how we can change the meaning, and just brainstorm, yeah. Okay. Let's talk about it with the person sitting next to you. You guys can talk together over on the ends. When we finally packed up the instrument, had already completed the analysis. The sentence by itself seems a little strange. We should.
It's
we need
after
to.
comma.
I'm sorry.
The comma is after packed up.
When we finally packed up, comma.
No, the instrument, after the instrument.
Uh-huh. Okay. We could say both, maybe, yes?
Yeah.
When we finally packed up, comma, the instrument had already completed the analysis.
Yeah.
That's one idea, and that makes sense, right? We packed up, and the scientific device finished processing, right? If we put it, when we finally packed up the instrument, can you put a comma here?
No.
No.
Why?
We
Doesn't
can
make sense.
separate finally.
We don't have a
packed up
subject.
instrument.
We can't separate what?
Finally packed up the instrument. So
We don't have
when
a
we, comma, finally packed up
We
the
don't have-
instruments, comma, had already completed the analysis. No?
I
We can't put the comma right there because we don't have a subject in the second idea.
You can't use, we just have had here, right? Had is a verb. Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, it's a verb. Okay? You cannot separate a subject from its verb. Okay, so that's why it's a problem to put a comma here. I like what you, I get your idea. You wanted to say after we? When we finally packed up the instrument?
When we had already completed the analysis, finally packed up the instrument.
No, even in that example, you're separating a subject from a verb, right? You're separate. Fine, if you put finally packed up the instrument, that's also separated.
Had to the subject we had already completed the analysis because it sounds unusual that an instrument completes an analysis. Usually, an analysis is.
Well,
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah,
Instrument.
but you could say that's a fair point.
Analysis is a mental process that can be completed, but
No, we can say it's not necessarily. You can say an analysis to be like just like setting your washing machine. Yeah, there are devices that I can be like, it is going to analyze the sample, and I can start the machine. Analysis isn't just about thinking about something and figuring out different answers. Analysis can also be like chemical analysis, like a spectrometer performs or something like this. But the point is not to separate subject and verb. Great point, man. I always love it when you read it. What about this one? What do you guys say about this one? There isn't enough time and money is always difficult to find.
I think you
Can I say there isn't enough time and money, comma, is always difficult to find?
Oh.
No? Because where's the subject of that is? Yeah? So where should it go? How should it
Perhaps
go?
you can do it before and, but I
Yeah.
think it's not really important. But you can let it like this or do this comma before and.
Comma right here?
Yeah.
I think it is important, right? Because if we leave it out, there isn't enough
Maybe
time and
after
money is
always.
always difficult to find, huh?
Maybe after always.
No, because then your money is always what? Money is always doesn't mean like money is forever or something. It's like, oh, money is always, then you're waiting for the verb to happen.
Yeah, it's there after time.
Yeah. After time. There is enough time. Come, right here by itself. Are we talking about time and money together? Or are we talking about time and then we're talking about money? Okay? That's how the comma is going to function, right? I told them to eat Lucy, right? Are we talking to Lucy or are we eating Lucy? Okay, we're figuring out how the subject arises.
And can, but I thought and can also be something to, well,
Yeah.
of course you can have then these two subjects together, but and you can also separate it from each other, no?
Yes? Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this, you can also read it like this, and then you don't need really the comma, no?
You absolutely can. In fact, I think we're gonna see an example of that in a video. But yeah, if you and you can even do it about taste. If you're a writer, you're writing fiction, right? You can say the day was sweet, comma, wet and clear, or something like this, right? You can choose where to put a comma if you want to join a couple of ideas together or not join other ideas together. So if you want to say that the day was sweet, and you want to say like wet and clean, and you think wet and clean as an art, if you're an artist, and you think wet and clean goes together better than sweet, you can put a comma in between sweet and wet and clean will be their own sort of group. Yeah, that's what you're talking about, basically. Yeah, kind of.
No more that you can read and in different ways. That you can read and as something that brings things together, that makes the subjects belong together, but also something that separates it from
Yes.
each other.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That's perfectly said. What about this? In the lab reports were made about students altering data to fit the hypotheses of the experiment. This is a complicated sentence. You guys are
In the lab, comma, people to read about students altering the
in the lab. Okay, this is one of those. It's like a introductory statement, right? Just setting the tone, prepositional statement. In the lab, comma. Reports were made about students altering data. Huh?
Reports were made about students, comma.
No, it's students altering data, it's one word. Completely word. No, not word, but
Mhm.
comes together.
In the lab, comma. Reports were made about students altering data to fit the hypothesis of the experiment. Can we just put in the lab, comma, and then just not have any more commas? What do you guys think? Yeah. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Good. Da-da-da-da. The reagent. What is the reagent? Who's a chemist here? Anyone here a chemist? No.
Should I Google?
It's a
Chemist?
substance that make reaction with another substance.
Yeah.
Chemical.
What is it in Romanian? I figure it's going to be like reagante.
Shall I say the translation?
No. Never do that. What is no?
I don't do that.
You don't-
Google do it.
Okay.
It's a joke.
It's the same. Thank you. That's what I want to know. Okay. The reagent was added to the solution quickly, causing a slow reaction disorder.
The reagent was added to the solution quickly, comma, causing a slow reaction.
Okay. I like that. Okay. What if the reagent was added to the solution quickly, comma, causing a slow reaction to occur? Yes?
That's what I said.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm repeating. But what if I put
And
the
maybe
comma
before quickly, yeah.
Yeah.
and how does it change the meaning? If I put it before quickly or after quickly?
Quickly causing a slow reaction.
quickly causing a slow reaction to occur. Yeah. So that means that the slow reaction starts very quickly. Right?
And in the second.
Well, that's in the first example, right? If we say the reagent was added to the solution quickly.
It means you pour the solution quickly.
Yes.
And
Okay.
that causes the slow reaction.
Right. This and so in the first, if you put it after quickly, it sounds like you have to add it quickly in order for the reaction to happen.
Be slow.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. You guys feel empowered now with your language? Yeah.
Like Spartan.
Huh?
Like Spartan.
Yeah. I hope so. I like this example. Here's one we can. This gets us into a list. Yeah.
First, what does student archbishop?
Okay. Archbishop is Pope. Popa. Pope. Popa. Huh?
Like priest?
Pope.
Like priest?
Like priest, a big priest, archbishop, big important guy. Yeah.
Ah.
Probably drives a M class, something like that. Yeah.
Archiepiscop, okay.
This is British spelling. And sued, guys?
In court.
In court, you take someone to court, right? You step on my foot, you break my foot, and I sue you to get some of your television money. Okay, because you hurt my foot, and I have to pay for my hospital bills and stuff.
Bribe, yeah.
Huh?
Kind of.
For bribing, you probably shouldn't have stepped on my foot. You probably should have been more careful. You think you're too good for everybody else, stepping on people's feet. I have to take you down. In fact, I sue you, and I take everything you have. Yeah, fix my foot.
Okay, they have to sue her neighbor, comma, an archbishop and 2 more men.
No, I would do it. No. Well, after her neighbor, of course. But I think you can also do it in front of and. If you
So
want, you don't need.
we can put it in different places. It's going to change our list, right? If you put it after neighbor, an archbishop and a truly moral man, what does that mean? If you say the actress sued her neighbor and there's just one comma, what does that mean? What does that mean if I put it after the actress sued her neighbor, an archbishop and a truly moral man? How does an archbishop and a truly moral man function?
Like the archbishop and another man.
It's not that. What is it?
It's a reflexive comments about the neighbor.
It's who the neighbor is, right? She sued her neighbor, who is an archbishop and a very moral man. But if I write the actress sued her neighbor, comma, an archbishop, comma, and a truly moral man,
So she sued 2 men.
she's through 3 different people. Yeah. Awesome. I like this stuff. I always like this stuff. Okay? Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? You sure?
But if you don't put comma after archbishop, it also.
I'm sorry?
If we don't put comma after archbishop, it also means 3 people.
Sued her neighbor.
Sued her neighbor,
But if you put a
comma,
colon,
and archbishop, the second, and the truly moral man.
you may also put a
And
colon.
as I remember,
It's also, but if we do that, what does it mean? What are you saying? I'm sorry, you're saying just put a comma here
that
and nothing, nowhere else? And what are you saying that means?
it also means that the F is sued 3 people.
That's why I like to put.
And you may
And
also,
by the way,
you may
I
also
say
put a
that.
colon to speak about just one people. The colon
Because as I
will
remember,
make an F.
we don't have to put comma when we enumerate several persons. Before the last person if it is separated by and. So we put comma before and when and separate a sentence, not
This is why we have the Oxford comma. Yeah. This is why This is why the trend now is to usually, if you have a list, is to put a comma before and to resolve this ambiguity. Yeah. So I'm telling you here today and now to put a comma before and on the last thing on the list. Okay? Please do it for me. I don't like it when it's not there. Okay? The Oxford comma. That's the thing to do. Yeah? I don't know what you learned before. I'm saying you should do that. I'm saying you should do that. By the way, you guys, Vladimir told me that you guys study this. Everyone who knows English knows simple, compound, complex sentences very well. Yeah?
Not English, like Russian or Romanian.
Huh?
We study this in our native language.
In our native language. Okay.
So I studied this in Russian classes,
Okay.
Romanian classes.
So simple sentences. Give me a simple sentence.
I run.
I run, okay. I threw the ball, subject, verb, object, subject, verb. I eat, okay. Okay, simple sentence. Compound, what's the difference between a simple and compound?
Two independent.
Two independent, yeah, two subject verbs. Yeah, okay, good, good. And complex?
Phrases?
Subordinating clause, yeah, okay. What are some subordinating words, subordinating conjunctions?
If.
If,
There are many.
as, although, we can make a list. Yeah, as, although, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we have something like that. So one subject verb pair, simple sentence. Blah, 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 blah. For example, his assurances did not stem the tide of complaint or prevent the market from responding negatively. Is this okay? Can you guys all see it? Do you want to move a little closer? You can see? Yeah? Is this okay?
Yeah, I think.
What do you think, Tati?
It is not simple.
I'm sorry?
It is not simple.
It's not a simple sentence. His assurances is, what is an assurance? I'm sorry? Thank you. Did not stem the tide of complaint. Did not stop people from complaining. Okay? Not stop people from complaining or prevent the market from responding negatively. The market being like economy, stock market. Okay? Something like this. Yeah?
The situation with snow, like just 300 men in the whole country have assurances with their harvest, and they say like, why don't they buy assurances? And they didn't pay the assurances for 5 years back.
Uh-huh. I need to watch your show. I get hypnotized when you started. Yeah. Okay, so what were we saying? That was interesting though. Thank you for that piece of information. Here, guys, he did not stem the tide of complaint is one verb. Prevent the market from responding negatively is another verb. Is there a second subject?
No.
No. His assurances is the only subject, right? Okay. So can you put a comma here?
No.
No, you can't. You're not going to separate a subject from its verb. Never separate a subject from its verb. What are you never going to do?
Never separate the subject from his verb.
Yeah.
Say it like you feel it. Never separate what? A subject from, right? Separate. We're going to use the preposition from, right? You're separating things, yeah? Connect to, separate from, okay? So never separate a subject
From
a verb.
from a verb, from its verb. You can separate a subject from a verb if it's someone else's verb. But from his verb, no. Okay? Contextualizing phrase, yeah. For example, despite their sincerity, something like this, for example. Yeah, it's okay. You're going to put one here. Still no comma here, because again, just one subject verb there.
But I'm sorry,
yes.
I would like to ask you. So, as I know in English, the rules about using commas are facultative, not very
Strong.
compulsory. They are not compulsory. They are facultative.
Some. The rule about separating a subject and its verb, that is compulsory. This is unbreakable.
But
This is unbreakable.
most rules about commas.
Their style. You want to be English is flexible. You want to.
With Russian, where almost all rules are very strong.
Yes.
Compulsory.
Yeah.
You have to put commas.
That's
why.
what I think about when I think of Russian, man. Strong and compulsory.
That's why I don't like Russian.
That's why it's impossible. But this is an unbreakable rule. Okay, now in this case.
I'm sorry. Here,
yes.
despite their sincerity, comma is facultative here, so you can put it or you cannot.
You can leave it out. Yes, you can. You can use it. I think it's better to use it. I say use it. I say use it. Yeah.
But it would be considered a mistake if you don't put comma.
His despite their sincerity,
For example, if I write MBA application letter, and then
despite
I
their
don't put-
sincerity, his
don't
assurances.
put-
That would not be considered a mistake. But here, his assurances, despite their sincerity, did not stem. This would be a mistake. Yeah, you would have to have a comma separating it. If you put that contextualizing phrase in the middle, yeah, of a sentence, you need to separate that with commas. It's not correct to say his assurance is despite their sincerity did not stem. That's not grammatically correct. Okay? But you're right. You're absolutely right. Okay? So never separate a subject or a verb. Beginning a sentence with and, but, or so, unless formally, sometimes you can. Sometimes you can. And I want to sort of run through this. Begin a sentence with a coordinating conjunction followed by a comma. Yeah, by the way, this is also never acceptable, okay? And, but I want to say that, okay, you should never start a sentence like that. It makes it look like in 4th, 5th grade, we're already done writing sentences like that, okay? Unbreakable rule, again, keep this in mind, okay? That's a great point you made. When I'm teaching punctuation, people get frustrated when I tell them there's flexibility and style involved, right? But, you want a rule that never changes? Here's one, okay? Never, never, ever, ever. Da, 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 da. What's wrong with the sentence here? Very difficult sentence.
This come up after South America. Like it's this with studies, and then you have
Separated.
Great.
Subject.
Thank you, okay? The recent studies on the mating behavior of endangered future sauce in South America is the subject. Okay? There's the subject, here's your verb. And they separated it. Idiots. Okay? Complete idiots. Okay, compound sentence. Use a coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunctions, what are they? I hate using this terminology. What's a coordinating conjunction? Give me an example. And, but, for, yeah, something like this. Yeah, you guys know this stuff. Your. Yeah. Okay. Why is this correct, but that last example wasn't correct? Because we have the Senate argued until the early hours of the morning, but eventually it was decided to pass revolution. Here we have Senate. Here we have they argued. That's one verb that goes. That's one subject verb pair, right? Senate argued. Then we have decided. Does decided go to Senate? Isn't decided talking about Senate? So, here we have one subject verb pair. The Senate argued, right?
Yeah.
Then we have a comma here.
Yeah.
Right? And then we have decided.
Yeah.
Isn't it decided?
Yeah.
What?
It goes to it.
Because we have it. Okay? Only because we have it is it possible to put a comma there. Okay? If there was no it, could we put a comma? No, absolutely not. Okay? So, because this subject is here, if the subject is there in form only, right? What is the it, by the way?
The Senate.
It is the Senate, right? The idea, the referee doesn't change. Okay? What it's referring to doesn't change. But, if you have to have that subject placeholder there, okay? It's very important. Subject like the its are important in English. Can you say right now, is cloudy?
Yes.
Can I say is cloudy? Just like outside, is cloudy.
No.
I'm hungry. I'm tired. Toilet. Can I talk like this? No, yeah, no. You always have a subject. It is raining. Okay? It is cloudy. Okay? Important. So, comma is used before the conjunction, right? It's always going to be comma and. Blah, 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 blah. Not comma and, comma, blah, blah, blah. Not putting the comma after the and. It always comes before the coordinating conjunction. Comma and, comma but, comma or, comma for, comma for. Yeah, see, the Senate argued until the early hours of the morning, but eventually decided to pass the resolution. Is this okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. There's no problem.
I've read it after those words.
Mhm.
It says it's okay.
So, don't omit the comma before that, okay? If you don't, what does it mean omit, by the way? Sorry.
Not to consider.
To not include.
Yeah.
Omit, yeah? What is it in Russian?
Omite.
In Romanian.
Omit?
Omit in Romanian.
Omite.
In Russian?
Исключить.
Исключить, yeah? Okay? If you исключить this, it becomes what we call a run-on sentence. What's a run-on sentence? Romanian speakers write in run-on sentences all the time. I hate reading Romanian American English. Huh?
A
A run-on sentence. Run-on. Okay? A run-on sentence. A run-on sentence means it's too long. So it's not grammatically correct because it exceeds its length, right? In Romanian, you can have sentences that are like 15 pages long, right? I read them at university, right? My name is Olga, I am from here, and I do this, and I da da da, and I do da 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 da, and I da 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 da, and it is very beautiful. Okay? One sentence. I hate it, okay? In English, no way, should not be like this, okay? Why? A lot of times because you guys will use a coordinating conjunction and, but, etc., blah, 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 but no comma before it, yeah? Okay? If I say, I am from America, and I am a teacher, and I like hot dogs. Is that okay?
Too much and.
It's too much and, especially if you're not using commas. If you say, right? If you're not using commas, it's completely wrong. If you put some commas in there, you can make it a compound sentence, and it's okay. But and, just wrong. Just wrong, just wrong. Blah, 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 blah. Don't put the comma after that, put it before. I have the same, blah, 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 blah. This is the same idea. By the way, so this, just real quick, right? And or but, they have different forms, right? I can say but, and it's not necessarily a coordinating conjunction. Just to remind you, right? Okay? I like this, but I also like ice cream. That's like, however. Yeah, it's not just a coordinating conjunction. Complex sentence with subordinating conjunctions. Although the Senate argued until the early hours of the morning, comma, eventually was decided to pass the resolution. We've kind of looked at this already, yeah? We can take this and we can move it to the middle of the sentence, right? Yeah? Can you guys change the sentence? Change the sentence for me.
Eventually it was decided to pass the resolution over Senate argued until the early hours of the morning.
Okay, let's do that. Let's change that. Let's flip that around. I'll try to write this as fast as possible. It was decided to pass the resolution, although...
Or maybe this...
No, this is good, this is good.
Okay.
Although the Senate... Okay. Should I put a comma here?
No.
Why not?
Why not? It's an interesting...
Like, you don't...
You can say that about anything. Huh? What?
I think you can, like, you don't separate some subject from the verb.
You're not. Okay. You're not doing that. But you actually... You should in this case. Right? You have although. Although serves like the same sense as the comma. Okay? So, here... If we're introducing a sentence this way, although the Senate argued to the early hours of the morning, comma, eventually it was decided, you need to have this comma absolutely, yeah? Because this is not a sentence by itself, right? Although the Senate argued to the early hours of the morning, comma, I'm waiting for you to finish it. Although what? Yeah? Okay? If you move this, then the although functions, let's say, seamlessly or whatever, okay? And you don't need a comma after resolution. It was decided to pass the resolution, although the Senate did this. Okay.
Do you want to put a comma, or is not that beautiful?
It depends on how strict you are, I guess. I would understand. But some people, yeah, it could be marked wrong. Yeah, it could be. So using subordinating conjunction, those are the ones that we talked about, as, although, etc., etc., etc. Okay? If the subordinate conjunction is placed between the two subject-verb pairs, no comma is necessary. That's this right here. Okay? Here's one, it was decided, and then the Senate did something, blah, blah, blah. Here's our two things. If we have the subordinating thing there, it's okay. It's not a problem. Blah, 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 blah. Eventually it was decided to pass the resolution, though the Senate argued until the early hours of the morning. It's no problem. It's no problem. It's no problem. Okay. This is one of the errors, yeah? Putting the comma before when it's in between. Okay? Don't need to do it. Shouldn't do it. Let's say don't do it. Yeah. Not placing comma between the subject-verb pairs when the supporting conjunction precedes the first clause. A more serious error, it calls it. Okay? So it's more incorrect. It should be like this, but it's more incorrect to say, although the Senate, blah, 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 they did this. If you have no comma in that pause right here, this is a more serious offense, yeah? A more serious error, yeah? It's worse, it's worse, it's worse. Is this, should you put a comma before it? Should you not use a comma in this case? No, I don't think you should, yeah? More serious, though, is making sure to put the comma in that case. And using a subordinating conjunction with only one subject-verb pair, okay? If you're not supposed to use although, don't use it. That happens a lot, okay, by the way. I read a lot of Moldovan English essays, right? And they often will say although, and there's only one subject-verb pair, and I'm waiting for something else to happen, and it never comes. And I don't know what to do. Okay, when I'm ending, I'm completely lost. I don't know if they want to connect the next sentence. I'm completely confused on what their idea is. Okay, we have some introductory words, etc., etc., etc. I want to... some introductory words. Firstly, moreover, then, on the other hand, in spite of this, furthermore, for example. Okay, there are some phrases like this, guys, by the way, just on the side, I don't recommend using, okay, some phrases like this, introductory phrases. Don't use, this is just my advice to you. You shouldn't use something like, needless to say, or having said that. Yeah, if you do use them, you shouldn't, but if you do, use a comma to separate them away. Yeah, but I hate these. Why do I hate these? Why are they stupid?
You don't really like to have it?
Huh? Having said that, that's how I write. Right.
It's verb.
Huh?
It's verbiage. Verbosity. Unneeded. Needless verbosity. It's about needless verbosity. So when we write something, we have to be very concise, very short.
Yes.
This is needless verbosity.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Exactly. Okay. Needless to say, then why are you saying it? Okay. It's contradicting. The language contradicts the idea. Yeah. I hate these expressions. Okay? Yeah. So don't use them. Having said that, you just said it. So why are you telling them what you just said? Okay. Having said that, needless to say, it's ridiculous. These are okay. These are better. Yeah. These make more sense to use. Okay. And two commas are okay.
I'm sorry, I remember the case when a native English speaker advised me to use having said that instead of although. So I used although, and he advised me that I'd better use having said that.
Yeah.
It's on a forum.
Was he? Yeah. Was he? But how much do you really trust this guy? Was he a teacher?
An English teacher. She teaches English in German. And she has a forum of English learners.
I don't like her. I would use although maybe because although is more difficult, right? Okay, if you say having said that. If you want to say having said that comma and then you just have a simple sentence, that's fine. But if you say although, comma, simple sentence, although, comma, I like pancakes. Is this correct?
No.
No, you're not supposed to use it if you're not combining it, right?
I think it's
Okay.
mixed up a little bit also with also.
I'm sorry?
Well, for me it seems like somebody mixed up also for or as all with also. What? No. Like you can say I also like pancake but pancake but not just It's not in the same way.
I think I feel what you're trying to say. I don't necessarily understand it, but I feel it. Yeah. The point is, it's problematic. Yeah, it's problematic. There's something missing here. Yeah. That maybe it's easy. You could. This is going to be problematic for you. Better to say, although I like pancakes, comma, I also like sirniki. Okay. It's okay in that case. Better though, if you're just going to have this is problematic. Maybe that's why I better just say, having said that, I like pancakes. It's easier. That's probably why she recommended it, I would say. I'm just trying to run through some quick examples here. I want to give you guys a quick little exercise. You guys have these exercises, right? I'm going to put you in some groups and have you experiment for a little while, and then we're going to get out of here. You guys can go enjoy the weather.
It's not very enjoyable.
Huh? Oh no, this is great weather. What do you mean? It's fantastic.
I don't know. I like when it's sunny.
I like it when it's not it's cool. It's moist. Smells good.
It's sunny with the clouds, not like that much.
Mm.
It's windy,
Okay.
kind of windy.
Okay, that's nice too.
It's a kind of weather the viruses like most.
The viruses? Really?
Yeah,
This?
They feel better this kind of
Comfortable.
most comfortable when it is not too
It's
warm
wet.
and
It's
not-
wet.
Just because the virus is like the weather doesn't mean I can't like it too. It doesn't make us the same. It's about adding detail to those. So this is there should be no reason, comma, barring acts of God or government, why a compromise acceptable to all. So this is just like adding extra information. Okay. The way I want to talk about this, guys, is about essential and non-essential. Sorry. Essential and non-essential relative clauses. So, the difference of that is that or which. Okay? So, it's sort of the same thing we studied before. If I say, for example, the girl, comma, who I love, left yesterday. This was a little depressing sentence.
Who are you?
I'm very romantic. The girl who I love left yesterday. This who I love. Is this extra information or is it necessary to the sentence?
You like
It's
too much.
necessary.
Huh?
It's necessary.
It's actually not.
No?
It's actually not because I have. In this case, no, right? The girl who I love left yesterday.
The girl left me.
This is what?
The girl left me is a good idea.
What?
I mean, the girl left me. It's not necessarily it's a good idea, but it's so.
Yeah. If it's like this is just functioning. This is extra information about the girl, right? The girl left yesterday is the main idea. This is unnecessary. If I want to change it, you could say the girl who I love left yesterday, and I don't have commas here. Can I take it out? No. And this is specifying which girl. Okay, it's a different taste in this sense. Okay, let's. I'll show you a quick video that describes this in more detail.
But if you do it like this, you also can. You don't have to use the who, no? You can also say the girl I love left yesterday or not.
Yes, yeah. And also, guys, if you're gonna, by the way, this is the difference between that and which. That is going to be used if it's essential, right? The car that was outside my house caught on fire. Okay, if you're using that, you cannot put any commas around it. Okay, so the car which was outside my house. Exploded. This I can take out. This is extra information, yeah, about the car. But if I say the car that was outside my house, blah, 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 exploded, I cannot put commas around this that. the car, comma, that was outside my house, comma, exploded. Can't do it. Can't do it. Okay? You're going to use that. It's only going to be essential information. Saying which car. Bringing attention to the car that was outside my house. Not extra information, but defining the car. Okay? Yeah? Okay. Where's my... Here we go.
Norris, and today we're going to take on the rules government.
Sorry.
Governing commas in restrictive and non-restrictive phrases. I found a sentence that has examples of both restrictive phrases and non-restrictive phrases. The season's opening night on September 23rd featured a new production of The Marriage of Figaro by Richard Eyre. A restrictive phrase means something that limits the meaning of what it modifies. And
limits the meaning.
Commas. There was a temptation to put a comma in after The Marriage of Figaro, but that would indicate that we were talking about an unspecified production of The Marriage of Figaro. Whereas what we want to talk about here is that production of The Marriage of Figaro that was directed by Richard Eyre. A non-restricted phrase doesn't limit the meaning of what it modifies if the sentence could do without it, and it is marked off with commas. Fortunately, this sentence also contains an example of a non-restricted phrase, and that's further up in the sentence. The season's opening night on September 23rd featured a new production of The Marriage of Figaro by Richard Eyre. Originally, the sentence didn't have the date in it, the date of opening night, and that is extra information. The sentence would have read fine without on September 23rd, but it helps to know the date of opening night. It's extra information. So we've put it in and we've marked it off by commas, indicating that it's non-restrictive. The important thing to remember is the context, whether what you're including in the sentence defines the meaning or whether it's an extra detail that has been added maybe to build suspense or to satisfy someone's curiosity, but is not essential to the meaning. So that ought to give you enough to think about until the next time.